Hi everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode on the Unique Life podcast with me, Nick. I am so excited. I don't think I can contain my excitement, guys. I am really excited for the journey that we are about to go on. I am just creating this episode to give you guys a bit of a brief on what my podcast will be about, things that I'll be touching on to, and basically just the main focus of it, where the heart of it comes from. And I'll also be sharing with you guys why it's titled the Unique Light Podcast with Yannick. Whenever I would have my quiet time, I would always read the verse, and what I've gotten into a habit of is I will read a verse and then I will write down whatever notes or whatever I feel like God is teaching me about that specific verse. I would always write that down. And it was always so good to me, like the revelations that I would get from the verses that I'll be reading. It was always so good. And it was always just so relevant to my daily life situations I'll find myself in. And I always thought, wow, it would really be nice, and it would also help other people if I get to share the revelations that I'm getting or whatever the Lord is teaching me. It would really be nice if I had to share that with other people. And of course, I could have shared it with my friends and family, which I did at times, but I just felt like there's more people that need to hear this. There's so many people that may need to hear this, and it might just change their view on something, or it might just give them hope again that God sees you. Like God sees you, God hears you. What was going on in my head. I was like, wow, I would really love to have a platform or go into a platform where I'll be able to share this. On this podcast, we will be having devotionals now and again. We'll be having devotionals, and it would be so awesome of you guys if you guys interact with me on Instagram. Like, let me know, like, okay, today, maybe if you don't agree, or maybe you want to share what that verse meant for you, or just interact with me on my Instagram, or on the Instagram of the podcast. So that is that is the main focus of my podcast, actually, because that is where the heart comes from, that is where the seed comes from, actually. And then the second thing that we'll also be focusing on is people come onto the platform. People from all spheres of life will come onto the podcast, and they will share their stories with us. They will share their testimonies and share their perspective on certain issues and views, right? And yeah, so I already have people lined up for those, which is very exciting. People who are you will really get motivated by their stories, and I'm very excited to release it as well. And so then we will also be having what I would like to call heartfelt moments with Yannick. Basically, it just would be me coming on here, sharing my story with you guys on things that I've went through. Hoping that it would encourage you guys hoping that it will encourage you guys if you find yourself going through a similar situation that I have went through, or just me coming on here and sharing a certain view that I have, or wanting you guys to interact with me and let me know on what you guys are thinking, or we will just see. I feel like right now I don't need to have it all figured out. I hope I've given you guys a glimpse, some sort of what the podcast will be about. But if I have to be honest with you guys, that is just it's like I'm looking through a small window, and that's all I'm seeing. I don't have the full picture yet of what this podcast will really entail, but that is the small window view that I have for now. We don't know what the Lord will be like. Okay, do this, do that, do that. So I'm just waiting on instruction from the Lord. Like, okay, do this and that, or change this. So changes will be coming, additions will be coming. In quantity surveying, we call those omissions and additions. So those will be coming along the way as the Lord guides and as the Lord speaks. The Unique Light podcast just supposed to be the Unique Light podcast with Yannick. The Lord I just felt like, no, man, I will, because it was a thing of, no, I don't want people to know it's me and all those things, but I felt like, no, man, they need to know it's me. They need to know it's me. They need to know it is Yannick, and they need to know where I come from. They need to know my story. They need to know that this is where the Lord has gotten me. And I will definitely be sharing my story with you guys, as I've, based on the statement that I said, that where the Lord has gotten me. The name, the Unique Light podcast, or Unique Light, my what was revealed unto me is that it is gonna be a podcast where we light brought to different situations, and it will not be in a manner that we are used to. It will not be in a manner that we that we are used to, if I can put it like that. So thank you guys so much for taking this time to listen to this first episode of mine, and thank you for those that have already followed me and just decided to make this part of your, if you're excited, I'm very happy. If you're excited, I'm very happy, and I hope you guys will really enjoy this journey with me, because it is really going to be a journey. And this podcast is merely me stepping out into what God said go and do, that I should go and do, basically. That's how I feel. It's one of those things where, like, okay, go and do this, and like, those moments. But either way, guys, thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you guys will hear me again, because I can't say I hope to see you again, or I don't know, but yeah, I hope that I will be hearing from you guys. Interact with me on my socials and tell me, what are you most excited about from this podcasting. Yeah, let's get into it.